Hi guys, welcome to Memo's Tutorials. We are continuing with our topic for simultaneous equations, but then today we are looking at the substitution formula. A question can come and they specify that using substitution formula or the substitution method, find the value of x and the value of y. We did elimination. If you missed our videos on elimination, please create time to go and have a look at them. So now when we are substituting, we give our equations names. I will call my first equation equation 1, second equation my equation 2. Now I want to formulate equation 3. My equation 3, I would like to make my x the subject of the formula. You can either make x or y, it's up to you. I will say x is equal to 6 minus y. I just took y to the other side. And this is now my third equation, right? So now, the next thing I want to inject equation 3 into equation 1. I want to inject my equation 3 into equation 1. Take note, I'm not injecting it in equation 2 because I used equation 2 to form this equation. If I had used equation 1 to form equation number 3, I was going to inject it in equation 2, right? So now, in place of x, I'm going to write 6 minus y. So it's actually going to be 3 open brackets, 6 minus y is equal to a. Oh, minus y there. We have the minus y from the equation is equal to a 10. In place of x, we just wrote 6 minus y. So 3 open bracket, 6 minus y, minus that y is equal to a 10. Now let's expand this bracket. We are going to get an 18 minus 3y minus a y is equal to 10. What's minus 3y minus y? That's negative 4y. So minus 4y is equal to 10 minus 18. 10 minus 18, I'll just get a negative 8. Minus 4y is equal to negative 8. We divide by negative 4 both sides. We get our y value as a 2. Since we got our y as a 2, we go back to equation 3 and say x is equal to 6 minus y. In place of y, we write a 2. So our value for x will be just a 4. Now let's check if we are correct. We choose any equation. If I say 2 plus 4, will I get a 6? Yes. 3 times 4 is a 12. 12 minus 2 is the 10. Yes, it's a 10. So then it means we are correct, right? That's for our first example. Let's have a look at question number 2. Our second question says we are given y minus 3x is equal to negative 2 and 7x minus 2y is equal to 8. We are substituting. That's my equation 1, equation 2. So using equation 1, let's form equation 3. We say y is equal to 3x minus 2. I just took minus 3x to the other side. So y is equal to 3x minus 2. This is giving me equation 3. Now let's inject equation 3 into equation 2. So in place of y, we are going to write 3x minus 2. So it's 7x minus 2, open bracket, 3x minus 2 is equal to 8, like that. So this then becomes 7x minus 6x plus a 4 is equal to 8. 7x minus 6x is just a x. Taking 4 to the other side, it will be 8 minus 4, which will be just a 4. So in other terms, our value for x is a 4. Using equation number 3, let's find y. So y is equal to 3 times 4 minus 2. 3 times 4 is a 12. 12 minus 2 is a 10. So our value for y is a 10. With that being said, let's check using equation 1. If I say 10 minus 3 times 4, 10 minus 3 times 4 is 10 minus 12, I'll get a negative 2. What about 7 times 4 is a 28. 28 minus 20, I'll get a 8. So it means our values for x and y, they are correct. That was for our second example. Moving on to our third example there. where we are having 3x plus 5y is equal to 8. The other one is x minus 2y is equal to a negative 1. Someone might ask me, memory, which one, how do you choose which one you'd make to use, which equation will do? Like, how do you choose an equation to make equation 3? Because this is equation 1, this is equation 2. What tells you which equation to choose? What tells me, guys, is the coefficients. I will check the coefficients of both variables. In this case, the coefficient of x is a 1. There it's a 2 for y, 3 and a 5. I will choose to make equation 3 from an equation that has got the coefficient of x or y being a 1. Okay. Oh, now I dropped my cookie. Just give me a second. I got it. So, I'm going to work with equation 2 to make equation 3. I'm going to say my value for x is actually equal to 2y minus 1. What did I do? I just took my negative 2y to the other side and it became a positive 2y. With that being said, now I'm injecting 3 into 1. Okay. Why did I choose this one? It's very easy when the coefficient of x or the coefficient of y is a 1. There's no fractions being formed as you form an equation 3, right? So now, in place of x, I'm going to write 2y minus 1. So it's 3 open bracket, 2y minus 1, close bracket, plus 5y is equal to 8. This becomes 6y minus 3, plus 5y is equal to 8. 6y plus 5y is 11y. And then taking 3 to the other side is going to be 8 plus 3, which is be 11. We divide by 11 both sides. Our value for y is a 1. Y is 1. What about x? X is equal to 2y minus 1. So x is equal to 2 times 1 minus 1. So x is just 2 minus 1. X is also 1. In other terms, x is 1, y is 1. Let's see. Let's try and test our answer. If I say 3 times 1, it's a 3, plus 5, it's a 8, because it's all 1, 1. X minus 2y is equal to negative 1. If I say 1 minus 2y, yes, it's a negative 1. So we are correct on this one. Then our last example, guys. Let's have a look at our last example. I hope you guys are benefiting. Our last example, we are having 7x minus 3y is equal to 41. 3x minus y is equal to 17. I'm going to work with equation number 2. Because it's having a coefficient of y as a 1 there. That makes my life much easier. So I'll just say 3x minus 17 is equal to y. I took my y to the other side and became positive. The 17 came here and became negative. That's my equation 3, right? So with that being said, let me inject 3 into 1. If I inject my equation 3 into equation 1, meaning that in place of y, I'll write 3x minus 17. So I'm having 7x minus 3 open bracket, 3x minus a 17 should be equal to a 41 like that. Now let's expand this. This is going to be 7x minus 9x minus 3 times a minus 17 should be a positive answer, right? Let's multiply 17 times 3 here. 3 times 7 is 21, 1 carry 2. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. So we are getting a positive 51, right? We are getting a positive 51 there, being equated to a 41. But then 7x minus 9x, we get a negative 2x. And then taking 51 to the other side, it's going to be 41 minus 51. That will give us a what? A negative 10. We divide by negative 2 both sides. We get our value for x as a 5, right? I hope you guys were following. So since we have our value for x as a 5, going back to equation 3, we know that 3x minus 17 is equal to our y. So our x is a 5. So 3 times 5 minus 17 should be equal to a y. So 15 minus 17, 3 times 5 is a 15. 15 minus 17, we get a negative 2. So y is equal to a negative 2. That's our value for y. But then let's check our answer. Are we correct? Let's try with equation 2. 3 times x is a 15. 15 minus 3 times 5 is a 15. 15 minus 2. A minus and a minus will give us a plus. So if it's going to be 15 plus 2, that is 17. We are correct. But then let's see with the first equation. 7 times 5, it's a 35, right? Minus 3 times a negative 2. So minus 3 times a negative 2 will give us a positive 6. So what's 35 plus 6? It will give us a 41. So then it means we are correct, right? So that's all for today. See you on our next lesson.